The sun dipped below the horizon. The sky blazed with hues of orange and red. It was the color of embers in a fire. In the heart of the Akan kingdom, Princess Nani was born. She was a child of royalty, draped in silk and adorned with gold. Her laughter echoed through the grand halls of the palace. Nani's days were filled with the warmth of the African sun and the rhythmic beat of drums.
Nani, my daughter, I see a fire in your eyes. I will nurture your sharp mind and even sharper instincts. You will learn the wisdom of our ancestors. I will show you the secrets of the forest and the art of war. The ancient rituals that speak to the spirits will be yours to master.
Nani absorbed his lessons like a sponge. She was destined for greatness. Her spirit, like the gold of her land, shone bright. The king's advisors often found Nani listening intently to their discussions of warfare and diplomacy. Her young mind absorbed the complexities of leadership. She was curious, always questioning. The weight of her lineage sat comfortably on her small shoulders. Nani was not just a princess, she was a leader in the making. The drums of the Akan people held centuries of stories. They spoke of victories and losses, of love and loss, of life and death. Nani learned to read their language as easily as she learned the language of the court. The drums were the heartbeat of her people, and she, their future pulse. She danced to their rhythm, a princess golden and strong. The night arrived like a predator, cloaked in darkness and dread. The air, usually alive with the sounds of crickets and nightbirds, was eerily silent. A hush had fallen over the village, a premonition of the horror to come. The men were away, hunting in the distant forests, leaving the village vulnerable. Then it began. The ground trembled under the weight of heavy boots. Torches flared, casting grotesque shadows that danced menacingly on the mud walls of the huts. The screams started, sharp and full of terror, as the slave raiders descended upon the unsuspecting village. Nani, a teenager now, watched in horror as her world shattered. Her mother's hand found hers, her grip tight, her eyes wide with fear. They ran, the princess and the queen, their royal status meaningless in the face of such barbarity. But there was nowhere to go. The raiders were everywhere, their cruel laughter echoing through the night. Nani's breath came in ragged gasps, her heart pounding against her ribs like a trapped bird. The world dissolved into chaos. The raiders, smelling of sweat and greed, tore through the village. They snatched women and children from their homes, their cries for mercy swallowed by the night. Nani's mother pushed her towards a hiding place, her voice a desperate whisper, but it was too late. Rough hands grabbed Nani. She struggled, kicking and screaming, but it was no use. She was dragged away, her eyes searching frantically for her mother one last time. The world shrunk to the size of a wooden cage. The stench of human misery, of sweat and vomit and fear, filled Nani's nostrils. The cries of her people, ripped from their homes and families, echoed around her. The journey across the vast ocean, the journey that the captors called the Middle Passage, had begun. The ship groaned under the weight of its human cargo. The sun beat down mercilessly on the deck, turning the cage into an oven. Sickness spread like wildfire. Many died, their bodies tossed overboard with callous indifference. Nani's spirit, however, refused to break. She clung to the memories of her father, to the stories of her ancestors, to the hope that whispered of freedom. She witnessed unimaginable cruelty. The captors, with their pale skin and empty eyes, treated them like animals. They whipped them, starved them, and spoke to them in a language Nani didn't understand. But even in the depths of her despair, Nani noticed things. She observed the ship's routines, the language of the sailors, the layout of the vessel. Her mind, sharp as ever, began to plot and plan. There was a fire within Nani, a fire that refused to be extinguished. It was the fire of her ancestors, the fire of her people, the fire of her homeland. She knew that she had to survive. She had to escape. For herself, for her people, for the memory of the life that had been stolen from her. The journey was long, the suffering immense, but Nani held on to hope. Hope was a dangerous thing for a captive to possess, but it was hope that kept her alive. In the heart of the Maroon community, the oracle stands as a beacon of wisdom and spiritual guidance. Here, the ancestors speak and the future is foretold. The Maroon oracle, revered by all, holds the secrets of the past and the keys to the future. The spirits are restless tonight, the oracle whispers, her voice a mere breath in the wind. They bring warnings and blessings, messages of hope and caution. The Maroon people gather, their faces a mix of anticipation and reverence. They know the oracle's words are not to be taken lightly. Each message is a thread in the intricate tapestry of their destiny. The oracle raises her hands, her eyes closed in deep concentration. Listen to the winds, feel the earth beneath your feet, she intones. The ancestors are with us, guiding our steps, protecting our path. As the night deepens, the oracle's voice grows stronger, more insistent. Prepare yourselves, she urges. Challenges lie ahead, but so do great victories. Stand united, and you will prevail. The Maroon community, fortified by the oracle's words, feels a renewed sense of purpose. They are ready to face whatever comes, knowing they are not alone. The oracle, her duty fulfilled, retreats into the shadows, her presence a comforting reminder of the spiritual strength that binds the Maroons together. In the stillness that follows, the Maroons reflect on the oracle's messages. They understand the importance of unity, resilience, and faith in their journey ahead. The path may be fraught with challenges, but with the guidance of the oracle and the strength of their ancestors, they are prepared to forge ahead. The Maroon oracle, a timeless symbol of wisdom and strength, continues to be a guiding light for the community, illuminating their way through the darkness and into the future.
Section 6. A warrior's love. My heart Nani beats in rhythm with the land we defend. Together we are invincible.
Kojo Adu, a fearless warrior and Nani's husband, speaks of their bond, a love forged in the fires of resistance and battle. Section 7. Legacy of the Warrior Queen. Queen Nani's legacy lives on, not just through her victories, but through the spirit of freedom she instilled in her people. Section 8. Whispers of the Wind. The tales of Queen Nani and her warriors are carried by the wind, whispered through the trees, and etched into the soul of the Maroon people.
Section 9. Queen Nanny's children. We carry the torch of our mother's legacy, leading with wisdom and strength.
Our mother's spirit guides us. We honor her by preserving the traditions and fighting for our people's freedom. Kwame and Afia, the children of Queen Nani and Kojo Adu, continue the legacy, embodying the resilience and courage of their parents.